Hi class, I'm your virtual science helper, Mr. Frizzle, and today we're going to learn about the rock cycle. So, what I've got here, I've got 3 different types of rocks here, and I'm going to let you guys know about them. First here, we've got an igneous rock. This is a pretty cool looking rock actually, but how it actually got like this is because the way igneous rocks are actually formed is because first they are melted down and then they reform into something as pretty as this. Next, we've got a metamorphic rock. This one's also really pretty and very, very, very shiny as well. But you can see that this rock was actually formed through a metamorphic process. It went through intense heat or pressure to get this way. You can see there's kind of layers in there. You can see the shininess, but there's a little bit of silver and a little bit of gold in there and all those shiny bits. So that metamorphosis happened over intense heat and pressure. And last, we've got a sedimentary rock here. You can see sedimentary rocks are layers of different types of minerals all built together. Over millions of years, hundreds of millions of years, those minerals just packed together, and you can see the different types of minerals inside that make up this one sedimentary rock. So, for our experiment, guys, what I want us to do is I want us to actually make our own rocks. And since we can't wait hundreds of years to try and make a sedimentary rock, what I've taken here, I've got some brown crayon, I've got some purple crayon, I've got some red crayon here. And what we're going to do is we're going to simulate how these rocks are formed. First, we'll start with the sedimentary rock. So with a sedimentary rock, it's layers packed together. So we're going to take our crayon here and we're just going to fold it. And then we're going to fold it again. And then we're going to fold it again. And then fold it again. We're going to press as hard as we can. Press it together. Press it really hard to form those layers, and then after a while take it carefully, unwrap it, and you'll see how some of these layers are formed together now. You see it's all pressed together. These are how sedimentary rocks are actually formed, from having them pressed together through hundreds of millions of years, or just minutes when it comes to our crayons. Next, what we got here is our metamorphic. So for our metamorphic, what we're going to do is we need intense heat and pressure. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to fold it over. Then we're going to fold it over again. Fold it over again. And then one more time. And what you're going to want to do is, you're going to first set it down. You're going to want to rub your hands together to get a little bit of heat going in your hands. And you're going to want to take that, stick it in your hands and squeeze. And do this. Get your hands nice and warm, like it's really cold outside. You're going to want to squeeze it as much as you can to get that pressure. Squeeze. And a little bit more heat. And squeeze. So now we're going to try and get it back open to see what type of metamorphosis our crayon has gone under. Be very careful, as you can see. As you can see, inside here, the crayon has become a lot more shiny. That's because of the heat. And you can see there are even some spots where it's sticking together. That's due to the intense pressure from us actually squeezing, guys. So this is a metamorphosis of how it was very dull, now it's very shiny, and now some of the pieces are even compacted together. And last but not least, we've got our igneous. What we're going to do is we're going to take some hot water from a coffee pot or teapot or fresh out of the microwave. Be sure to not burn yourself. And we're going to fill up this cup here with hot water. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our red crayon, we're going to place it carefully on top of the hot water to see if we can actually get our crayon to melt. And we're going to wait about 5 minutes to see if our crayon will actually melt. So guys, it's been about 5 minutes, and as you can see, I'll carefully remove this, try not to get any water in there. So, as you can see guys, our wax has started to melt, and now as it starts to cool off for a little while guys, you can see that it's actually changing. Like, it went from being a very shiny crayon, now it's starting to cool down, now it's getting kind of dull. So, isn't that amazing guys? So, let's review. You have our Sedimentary Rock, which is made up of different layers of different types of rocks, maybe some sand and different types of minerals. You've got a Metamorphic Rock, and that's a rock that is formed under great heat and pressure, usually is very shiny or extremely luminous. And you also have the Igneous Rock, where it first melted down and then forms into a new type of rock. The rock cycle is an amazing thing guys, and we can learn so many things from the rocks around us, but we'll get into that in another lesson guys. Until then, I'm your virtual science helper, Mr. Frizzle. Have a great day guys. Bye.